Hello, this is Podcasting in 3 Easy Steps with me, Juliana.
And me, Susie. We've spent years creating award-winning podcasts, and now we want to share what we've learned with you to help you get your podcast out of your head and into the ears of your audience.
In each short episode, we'll give you 3 simple steps to create and market an awesome podcast that your listeners will enjoy.
We're passionate about podcasting and the power it has to connect with your clients and community and transform your business.
Hi, it's me, Jules here. In this episode, I'm talking about some of the key takeaways from the Birmingham Podcast Festival, which took place on Saturday. The event was aimed mainly at hobbyist podcasters or those who want to get into the industry, so it had loads of really helpful practical advice about starting and making podcasts. There were some great panel talks and workshops. There was a talk about decolonising podcasting and how to make podcasting work for your brand. There was a brilliant presentation about how to use immersive sound in podcasts, and one of the top tips from that was to make use of silence. So there was loads of great content, but here are the 3 things that I think you'll find the most useful. Number 1, you should consider podcasting as narrowcasting for a niche audience rather than broadcasting, which is for a mass audience. If you reach 10, 20, 50 or 100 people, but you have a profound effect on their lives, then that's amazing. Also in this, I'm including a line from Sangeeta Pillai, the host of the Masala podcast, who did the keynote talk at the event. And she said that with podcasting, you're changing the world by quietly whispering in someone's ear. Number 2, podcasting should be seen as your business card. Some of the podcasters at the event have really big audiences with tens of thousands of downloads per episode, but only the lucky few make money directly from their show. Now, directly is the important word here. The speakers who talked about this said that they saw podcasting as a way of raising their profile and winning business in the long run. As one speaker noted, it's one of the touch points that potential clients or customers need if they're going to use your service. Now, in the UK, this is slightly different to the US, where making money from your podcast through platforms like Patreon is much more common. Number 3, crowdsource your content, basically getting listeners to contribute to your show. This helps build a really engaged community, and it was the focus of a workshop run by Roifield Brown, who hosts a load of different podcasts about politics, American presidents and Jamaica. But the one that he hosts that I thought was the most interesting was one about the Archers. That's the Radio 4 soap opera about farmers, for those of you who don't know. For this Archers show, he gets listeners to record their version of the theme song and also to leave messages with their thoughts about what's going on in the Archers, and then that's all played out during Roifield's show. He does this using an app called SpeakPipe. SpeakPipe allows your listeners to leave voice messages for you, which you can then use during your show. You can sign up, there's a free option, and then you can share the link with your listeners or your community through Facebook or Instagram or whichever platform you use. Roifield has created a really engaged community of listeners who are based all over the world. Plus, he's generating a lot of content for his show. So thanks for listening to Podcasting in 3 Easy Steps. If you found it useful, please give us a rating or review, as it helps others find the show and start their own podcasts. And if you are interested in starting your own podcast, we've now confirmed the date for our next podcast launch course. It's the 16th of May. More details to follow soon. Join us again next week.